Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading Batman issue number 20. Now, this is the final part 5 of the I Am BANE storyline. Now, this is going to be an interesting comic, in so much as, check this out, Batman is finally in the face-off with Bane. This is the one that we've been waiting for, and they're going back and forth. And by back and forth, I mean Batman will get a punch in, and Bane will get in about 30. about 3 of those he'll actually hit. But obviously, more and more, he's hitting more and more because Batman's slowing down. He's not able to go quite as much. So the entire time you got somebody in his head, all right? And I'm not talking about Oracle or anything like that. It's actually his conscious, and it's talking to him. And it's been talking to him the entire run. And you're sitting here wondering, who is this person? Like, what kind of freaky, weird narrator is this? This actually sounds like a Len Wein comic book from back in the day, how Iron Fist used to be written for the first time, the narration boxes. And we find out that it's his mother. And it's his mother sitting on a sofa calling him back home. All right, knowing that he's about to die. The problem is that Batman has been facing death every single night, and he tells Bane as much. He says, everybody says I'm going to die every single damn night. Somebody tells me that this is going to be my last night, that they're going to be the person who kills me. You think it's any different? You telling me the same thing? So the idea that Bane is talking trash to him, it's not breaking. It's not breaking the bat. That's not going to happen. Words will never break Batman because that's just not who he is. So he is getting close to broken. And he is saying, and I kind of like this, that Bane is the only person who Batman knows can beat him. Well, we could also mention spoiler, but that's over in the Detective Comics. And what happens in Detective Comics stays in Detective Comics, apparently. Anyway, over here in Kingsville, what we have is Bane is the only person who Batman knows is going to be able to beat him. The trick is he was waiting for him to beat him, to bring him to that cusp of death, of defeat, of being broken. And at the very end, Batman kind of headbutts him. Because here we go, we have Bane saying, he's leading up to the whole big thing, I am Bane, don't you know I am, blah, 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 blah. And Batman says, I think you forgot who I am. I'm Batman. And this is not the kind of I'm Batman that you see in Superhero Cafe or anything to that effect. This is an actual I am Batman. And thank God it's not one of those original all-star Batmans where I'm the goddamn Batman. Because no, just no. This is our Batman. And, when I see this at first and I'm looking at this and I see that he basically one-shots Bane, all right? Yeah, he breaks his nose. He more like flattens his nose, completely shatters it. Bane ain't looking the same next time we see him. His mask is going to be a little bit flatter. That's all I'm pointing out. I want to say that, they're trying to one-shot Bane all the time, making him like a glass cannon. Here's this powerful thing that just doom, kills everything, but all it takes is a little rock to shatter him. Maybe, because that's kind of the impression that they gave way back in the I Am Suicide, actually right before that, when they go into Santa Prisca or Santa Pina and they face Bane and Catwoman breaks his back with that one shot. Yeah, I could see you saying that. But here, they don't get into it. You just kind of have to remember it. You have to read this remembering that Bane just went through exactly 24 hours of fighting everybody in Gotham, everybody in Arkham Asylum, and wow, it was not easy for him. I mean, Solomon Grundy was one of those. That's all I'm saying. You come out of a fight with Solomon Grundy and think you're going to be Batman, and he did beat Batman technically. It's just he waited for that one moment of vulnerability, and Batman exploited it. So he was able to seemingly one-shot Bane. You just kind of got to remember that while you're looking at Bane all messed up, it wasn't Batman who messed up Bane like that. So I enjoyed this comic. That last scene, they could have reminded us that Bane had just gone through 24 hours of quite literal hell, all right? But it is what it is, and I am happy with what I saw. So I'm going to give this comic an A. I'm going to let the whole entire run end on an A. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the storyline. This is basically, for me, the new Batman. It's not the Batman who could beat up anybody just because he's Batman. No, he's Batman because he's not going to let anybody beat him. And that's a sticks and stones thing, and that's a names thing. So I did enjoy this. I do like the new Batman that's not just invulnerable and has got everything sitting in his belt and, his utility belt, and he can do anything he wants. I genuinely enjoy this new Batman, and I'm hoping this rebirth version of him doesn't end anytime soon. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.